Hi, I'm Amber. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm building a real house with real floor plans in The Sims. I just want to say before we get started, if you hear any weird noises, there are 2 cats and 2 hamsters in this room right now. So there may be animal noises. I'm very allergic as well and there's a cat on my lap, so if I sneeze, I'll mute it, but you'll see it. So this is the house we're building today. I found it on a floor plan website. I will try and find the exact link, but if I don't, I'm sorry. But this is the exact house we're building in The Sims. So a little bit McMansion-y, a little bit Victorian-y, you know, very American. And here is the ground floor plan. There's not too many weird angles or anything to try and figure out in The Sims, so should be not too difficult. And then the upstairs. The roofing was the hardest bit on this build, I'll be honest, because like there's a balcony and then roofing that leads right up to it. The game said no. We're gonna get right into the speed build if my cat stops pressing buttons on my laptop. As always, if I am looking downwards a lot, that's because my laptop screen with the speed build is down below. Also, the playback is going to be a bit faster than usual because this took a while to film and I didn't want this video to be 40 minutes long. It's still going to be long, just not 40 minutes long. So, into the speed build. So I had the real floor plans up on my phone while I was building this, and then I was building it on Sims, obviously. And the actual kind of general layout wasn't too difficult, but like I say, the roofing, when we get to it, you'll see, it was a nightmare. So I kind of gave up on some of it. Also, with things like the exterior, I couldn't quite tell like where there was platforming is not the word. Oh my god, what is the word? Like where there was like decking around the front. There's a better word for that, but my brain has left the building. So I just kind of went with what I thought looked correct. And then I'm trying to build that balcony. That balcony becomes just a nightmare. And so here you'll see, we start working on where that roofing is going to go that pitches up to the balcony. I'm still annoyed about how stressful this was and how much I tried to make that bit look good and I just gave up. But yeah, and I thought this way of doing the chimney worked quite nicely, where I put platforms because I didn't want to just put walls and then when you're playing you can see it's just an empty room. So I put platforms and then put the chimney on top. I thought that looks quite nice. And so here we are on the monster bit of roofing that I hate. Oh, I'm stroking my cat. If you're wondering, she is on my lap and she is just so cute. Anyway, so this is where it gets difficult. First off, all the fencing's disappearing. Fine, we can replace that with debug stuff. But it was like, how do you roof that? How do you roof that angle? And so yeah, I gave up and I just, what are you doing, kitten? I don't think she wants to be on my lap anymore, so everyone, this is the cat. She don't want to hang out. So yeah, you can see I just gave up on that bit and just put it on the right hand side. It still kind of gives the same effect. It's still the same kind of style of house. And the balcony works so much better. Now I'm stressing about what my cat is doing. And so here, starting on the windows. And we're back. I just had to get both the cats out of my room because they were just being a nightmare. Anyway, so you can see the windows. I was really happy with the windows. I think that one that I've chosen there looks so much like the real ones. And that is from Cats and Dogs. Cats and Dogs has like some of the best windows in the game because there's so many different types and shapes and sizes, but they all go together perfectly. And so I find they work really good for stuff like this. And I think that roof colour looks so much like the one in the picture as well. I think that looks really nice. There was actually 2 mock-ups of this house with the same floor plan, but I chose this one because the colours and things just looked a lot nicer and a lot cuter. And so here, what am I doing? Here you can see the little downstairs toilet, and that's where the stairs are going to go against. Some of the proportions aren't perfect, and also I couldn't quite tell what was meant to be going on over there, but I did my best with it, and I think it looks good. I think it looks alright. I think I wouldn't furnish this house how it is, how I've done it with this. Oh my god, you know what I mean. I wouldn't furnish this how it's furnished in that floor plan. There we go. But I think it looks cute. I think it looks nice, and it's nice to build something different than what you would usually build. So that's what I like about this kind of build. You've still got a bit of creativity, you're still doing some of it, like some of the thinking, but at the same time you're building something different than just constant building the same house over and over, which is what I think a lot of people, myself included, get stuck doing. Also, I never wear vest tops and I'm feeling a little bit self-conscious, so we're just gonna ignore it. So we're already onto the furnishing, and this living room, the layout's just so strange. The proportions are definitely a little bit off, but the layout just kind of went a bit weird. Like, why is everyone sat so far apart? Why is this sofa all the way over there? But again, it's just kind of, that's what the floor plan said to do, so that's what I did. And then that fireplace in that wooden colour, like deep pine sort of colour, I barely ever use fireplaces, and honestly, adorable. Like, I'd love to have a fireplace. That seems like so cozy and toasty and fun. And onto the kitchen, everything is in this, like, I would call it maybe like a deep pine or oak colour scheme. And I just thought that kind of went with the style of the house. It's giving 90s, early 90s, late 80s maybe, like American architecture, but I'm not super familiar with American architecture, so sorry if that's wrong, but that is kind of what I tried to decorate it with, like keeping in mind that that's kind of when it was built. And then doing some of the kitchen cabinets. It showed kitchen cabinets above the island, I'm pretty sure, in the floor plan. That's not happening. That's gonna look ridiculous. So I ignored that bit. Obviously I made some like creative liberties and changed some bits. Also, the desk behind the little kitchen island bit over there, so weird, so in the way of everything, but that's what the floor plan said to do, so that's what we did. I wish I could have nudged all of that over a bit, but because I've used a half wall and columns, you can't scoot those. And then we've got maybe like a little coat or shoe cupboard over here, a mud room I guess people would call it, and the downstairs toilet / utility room with the laundry in. Oh my god. One of my cats just like knocked on my bedroom door and I'm home alone. I don't know if you just saw like the fear in my eyes. That was terrifying. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Wow. I was like freaked out. We're under the garage now. And so obviously I didn't bother like putting a debug car. It looks so out of place in Sims when you do that sometimes. Sometimes it looks cute, sometimes it looks good, and sometimes I do it. But sometimes it looks ridiculous. But a trick I learned recently is if you want to do a garage and then you're on a platform or a foundation, put a roof piece as the platform, because landscaping is so ridiculously annoying and difficult in Sims 4. Use a roof piece as that slope, and honestly, I think it looks pretty good. My cats are freaking me out because they're walking around outside my door and it just sounds so much like a person. Like, oh my god, I can't cope. Anyway, so we're on to building the bedrooms. It's such a weird house. It's just like, I don't know, maybe because I'm used to British houses where it's like, if you had this much room, you would put in 5 small bedrooms instead of 2 giant rooms and 1 little room. You divide the space up more. And I think that's just because in the UK, one, smaller spaces work best because you're trying to contain heat, but also I think houses are kind of marketed as like how many bedrooms they have. Oh my god, my cat is scratching my bedroom door. We're gonna have to pause. What are you going to say? You're gonna say sorry for terrifying me? No, she's not. She's not sorry. Come sit on my lap. Oh. Do you want to sit with me? You want to sit with me? If this is your first time watching me, I'm sorry. I'm not usually quite this chaotic. My cats have just decided to be mental today. Anyway, as I was saying, I think houses in the UK are marketed by how many bedrooms they have rather than the square footage, and so they're kind of made differently. she's just climbing around and distracting me. This bathroom, the layout of this bathroom and Sims do not go together. As you can see, this is like the layout I've done so far, and I flipped over where that little vanity table was meant to be. In the actual thing, it's on the left hand side. I put it on the right because it was just in the way of the archway and it wouldn't be functional. And I'd rather, like, I want it to look a lot like the floor plan, but I still want it to be functional. So I moved that, and then I put the bathroom in that archway, and honestly, I mean the bath in the archway, and honestly I think that is cute and like kind of Art Deco architecture. I love that. So I'll probably try that in another build. This little kids bedroom, like, I feel bad for them. There's 2 massive bedrooms, like, and this is so diddy. I put in a little desk for them, but like the wardrobe takes half the room. And then like they get that tiny bedroom, and then there's an entire living room upstairs. Like, would you not just give them like a little bit more bedroom? But anyway, this house has 2 living rooms. And so yeah, there's an entire living room upstairs. Can you tell I disagree with this floor plan entirely? Maybe I should renovate this in a build, in a video. Let me know if that is something you'd find interesting. And I realised I forgot to put curtains on any of these windows, because obviously the floor plan doesn't tell you to do that. And then we're on to the very bare looking balcony with just like nothing on it. And the terrain paint, which is, don't even get me started, it all got deleted. So in some of the screenshots, and probably the one I use on the thumbnail, if you look closely, there's no terrain paint because the terrain glitch is very much still alive and thriving, and deleting any terrain I try and put in my builds, which took so long to do. And I didn't upload it to the gallery or save it before that happened. Yeah. Oh, it's so frustrating. And that's been, oh, my friends look weird. That's been in the game for literally years, and they've not fixed it, and I don't even think they've addressed. They might have addressed it, but it's so stressful. Like, Lil Simsy talks about this in her videos as well. The terrain glitch is one of the most annoying things in the game right now. Like, one of the most annoying glitches. Very stressful. Anyway, back to the build. These little benches I thought looked a lot like the ones in the picture, and I thought they looked really cute. I mean, I find it kind of weird that you'd hang out on the front porch and just like everyone walking by can see you, but I feel like maybe in America maybe that happens. In American TV and stuff that seems to be a thing, so that is my entire basis of what happens in America, is American TV and movies. So if I get things wrong, like, yeah, I'm gonna. But you can see I terrain painted this entire driveway because it had to kind of custom come off of that. It had to come off of the roof piece that I'd used to create the driveway. So it was all custom terrain painted. And then you can see the little back porch and back garden, quite cute. Yeah. I need to get better at talking in these videos because speed builds are kind of weird. Like a build with me, I'm building and talking through every like choice I'm making. Like my 10-minute build video where I'm talking through, very stressful, but I'm talking through while I'm doing it. Whereas this is just kind of like, yeah, you can see what's happening. So I need to get better at this. I've watched so many of these, yeah, I've still, like, my brain just forgets how to do it. Honestly, I feel like I'm so bad at doing gardens, but I think that one turned out pretty cute. And now we're on to the tour. As you can see, my terrain paint is gone. Every single last bit of terrain paint vanished, and I was just like, you know what, no, we're not putting more terrain paint down. The Sims wins this time because it took so long. It took so very long. But there you can see my beautiful house that I've built. You've got the little porch with a drinks table and a mailbox in the middle of the porch because I forgot to put one down. We're ignoring that, okay? And the backyard with no terrain paint. Yeah. I really like how that chimney breast looks though. I think that looks really cute. I'm putting on a cardigan because suddenly I'm friggin' freezing. And I feel like that fence on that balcony, if you had a kid, they would just like disappear off the, like, underneath that. That is not safe. But then inside the house, ignore that mailbox. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. I do that all the time. But anyway, I wish we could paint the underside of floor tiles because that big grey just over your head, depressing. Let's go straight on into the kitchen dining area. So you've got that island. Honestly, oh, my hamster's awake. Do you see him? Wait, can you see him? He's at that end. You probably can't see him. I can't get him out because the cat's in here. Anyway, back to the build. So you got the kitchen. It's a kitchen and the dining area. Very different to what I would usually build, but that angled island section, honestly, like, I love it. And the counter surface didn't seem to glitch too much, so that's great. This living room, there's a weird glitch on the colour of that curtain. I was like checking that I hadn't accidentally put the wrong colour curtain, but no. Nope, that's, you can see that's what I'm doing there. It's just a lighting glitch. It's exactly the same swatch. Oh, Sims and your glitches, so much fun. Not exactly, you know, an expensive game that costs like £1,000 when you include all the DLCs, you know, like, but yeah. I don't like to touch him when he's drinking because he didn't used to drink enough, and so I don't ever distract him when he's drinking. You want to say hello to everyone? This is my little baby. He's not a baby, like, at all. He's an old man. Are you gonna tell everyone about this Sims house? Are you gonna tell everyone how inadequate the hamster cages are in The Sims? Yeah. Ooh, you need a nail cut. Because he's such an old man, he doesn't run around enough and he has to go to the vet and get his nails cut because they get too long because he's not wearing them down. So every month or so he goes for his little manicure. Oh, should we talk about a Sims build? So this is the living room with the weird curtain colour glitch. And I think it looks alright. I wouldn't personally choose to decorate a living room that way. And that computer desk just like in the way of everything very much bothers me. And then you've got the mudroom. I think because it's a floor plan and not like a real lived-in house layout, some of it just looks so bare and empty. And that plant looks weirdly out of, like, it looks so huge. It looks a bit out of place. And then you go on to the laundry room, which to me, okay, no, we go into the garage, which has just got nothing in it. And then you go into the laundry room, which I put an archway onto. The actual layout of this, I could not quite tell what was going on in the floor plan, so I did my best. But I think it looks kind of cute. The toilet's separate to the sink. I don't think that was actually in the floor plan, but it's kind of realistic in the UK build anyway to have the toilet and the sink separate. And a lot of like Victorian houses and older houses, they have that. And then up on the landing, as you can see there, I'm pointing out that I forgot to fence off the entire section of the stairs. So I'm like, oh, the kid's gonna fall off the balcony. The kid's gonna fall down the friggin' stairs. So yeah, we're just fixing that. And then you will see the little living room we got upstairs. Do you want to go in my sleeve? There. He's in the sleeve. He's a little baby. Anyway. Oh my god, babe. So yeah, you can see the living room we've got upstairs, which I just think is such a strange concept to have a living room upstairs. I guess some people do that, but just also like on the landing, so all that sound is just going to travel to the downstairs one as well. That doesn't seem great to me. My other hamster just woke up. Usually my builds are not this hectic. Anyway, she won't be coming out. You won't see her. This bedroom is kind of decorated with like almost a colour scheme. Like the lamps I put in blue and I was like, yeah, the chair's gonna be blue as well, so there's almost a colour scheme. But like this bedroom's mad, right? They've got a bedroom, an entire walk-in wardrobe, and an entire bathroom ensuite with bath, shower. Like, it's mad. My cat is clawing at the door. She's gonna break the door. Right. I don't think I've ever had a YouTube video be this hectic to film. I just think it's mad that someone would have a bedroom, a walk-in wardrobe and a massive ensuite all to like 2 people and a balcony. Like, this house would genuinely have like 8 bedrooms if it was in the UK. Like, it would not be like this. Oh, my little hamster. Sorry. Alright, anyway, so yeah, the kids' bedroom, which is just depressing, and there's cat hair on my lip, and then that bathroom, which is like smaller than the ensuite, which I don't understand. Who did this? Like, what architect was allowed to do this? And then this bedroom, which in my mind's like a teen bedroom. The folding doors though with the wardrobe, that's kind of fun. I will admit, like, that is a lot of fun. So that is the house. I swear I shook this up, but it's been open for so long that when I drink it, like, all the glitter has sunk back to the bottom. So here is the floor plan for the downstairs of this house. I'm just now realising that it's showing tile under the kitchen and wood under the living room, but we're ignoring that. We're just ignoring that. But yeah, like, the proportions are definitely different to how Sims works. Especially that dining table, which took up so much space. It like completely near enough blocks that part of the house. So that is the actual floor plan. I put all plants in the places the floor plan showed. I feel like maybe that's optional, maybe that's just like decor, but I did it anyway. So here is my version. I can't see anything wrong with it. I can't really see anything I've forgotten to put in, so yeah, it just looks a bit bland. And then here is the floor plan for upstairs. You can see kind of bits where I flipped a few bits around. So like the shower, we don't have a curvy in that ensuite. We don't have a curved shower like that. I think we had them in Sims 3, but we don't have them in Sims 4. Bring back curved walled showers, honestly. And you can see that little vanity where I swapped that around because like that chair is just in the way of the archway. But other than that, I don't see anything wrong with it. It looks, I mean, the fireplace in that bedroom, the big bedroom, master bedroom, there we go, she's remembered her words, is not as like wide and round as that one. But other than that, I feel like this is so accurate, especially the fold open doors in that like teenage sort of bedroom. Even the little lamp I put on the desk. So now we will get to my build version, and there you can see. So yeah, I would say that is pretty accurate, just so bland. It's just, I would not, if I had this massive house, first off, I would separate some of the rooms and give myself some more rooms and just do something completely different to this. But also, like, I would not decorate it like this. Yeah, like that whole like living room upstairs, bedroom, easy. Make it into a big bedroom. That would be huge. But that's my floor plan minus terrain paint. So here's the exterior of the real house, looking like a house. Then we've got the exterior. I've just put in 2 screenshots. So here's one with the terrain paint that I actually managed to get before it disappeared. And then here's the nice, decent screenshot, sans terrain paint. But honestly, it looks so much like that picture. I'm actually really happy with that. I'm quite impressed with myself. And I think it's a pretty good build. I'm quite happy with it. If you watched my last video, I recorded that on the same day as today, and I don't know what's going on, but like my brain is kind of all over the place. I'm feeling a bit anxious to record and a little bit also, I'm recording right in front of my bedroom window for the natural lighting, so I feel like my neighbours are watching over me and it feels embarrassing. But luckily no one's home today while I'm recording, so I don't have to speak quietly and feel nervous about that. That would have been a whole added layer that I don't know what this video would have turned out like, because it was hectic enough as it was. It's like a friggin' zoo in here. Also, you can see my reflection on the hamster cage, and every time I catch that while I'm recording and I'm looking on my screen, freaks me out. Every time I'm like, oh my god, there's someone in here. So I'm not always this hectic. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any video suggestions and build ideas, and please subscribe, comment if you enjoyed this. If you got all the way to the end of the video, I want to do this right. If you go all the way to the end of the video, comment. I just saw a spider in my bedroom. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. Comment a spider emoji actually. Oh god, it's only a teddy long legs, but like, get out of my bedroom. Comment as a spider emoji if you got to the end of this. That was great timing. Yeah, and please subscribe. That would be cool if you would subscribe. I'm feeling so like, oh my god, I'm in a weird mood. What's going on? Thank you, bye.